Namaste, Goa flowers. How are you? Oh, this beautiful sun rays are floating in. I don't think I'm going to change the window. I'm just going to keep it like that because don't I look radiant? We look radiant together. It is so warm in London. Yes, we've had this major heat wave. Luckily, the last few days it's been, a little bit cooler. We did get some rain, but it didn't rain for I think like 6 weeks, and usually the parks are just green and luscious and beautiful, but because of lack of rain they've just been dry and withered away basically. So yeah, global warming is real, and those people who don't think that it's real, cuckoo, yes, cuckoo people. But anyway, I just taught my yoga class on Thursday at the Life Center, and I came home, I had some lunch, and now I'm going to have this cup of tea and chat to you guys. My son Lars, unfortunately, is downstairs. He's a bit sick. He got tonsillitis, yes, and on Monday he wasn't feeling well, and we thought that it was just the flu or cold that he had gotten, and it just didn't want to go away. And yesterday we took him to the doctor, and it turns out his tonsils were humongous. Yes, so we're boarding a plane tomorrow actually to go to New York. We're going for 2.5 weeks, and we're super excited. And I have to say, I'm also a little bit nervous. I don't know how it's going to be, but I hope it will be good. And it's funny, when we used to live there, we used to leave New York in August because it was so damn hot. But now what we keep thinking of, okay, well, it's hot, but at least there's air condition there. In London, there's no air condition because it's never this hot. And even in the beginning, we didn't even have a fan. And then finally, we're like, all right, I guess this isn't stopping, so we better invest in a fan. So luckily, we have a fan. But if these summers keep going, moving forward, as they say that they probably will, we might have to get an air conditioning. And not that I like air conditioning, but it's nice just to cool things down. We might be fine with a fan, let's see, but you definitely need the cooling when it is super hot. Anyway, gotta have that cup of tea, so cheers. I have to remember to drink it while I'm chatting. So how are you guys? Let me know in the comments how you're doing. I know I haven't been, super active on the channel, even though I have been putting out some content. I know that for a lot of you, it's been content that you haven't been crazy about, even though you haven't told me, no one has said anything, but I can tell from the lack of comments and the lack of dialogue that we used to have before. But that's basically just the space that I'm in. I'm feeling like I'm changing quite a lot actually since I moved to London 4 years ago. It's been just a gradual sort of thing where I've just been questioning a lot what I'm doing, like in my yoga, in my work, in just in life in general. And I just very gradually have been withdrawing myself from social media so that I could get a lot of quiet time, a lot of solitude, and also just notice, where is my ego at? What is it that feeds me, and how is it feeding me? And why do I do what I do, and why don't I do what I don't do, if you know what I mean? So I've been a lot in that space, and of course flow yoga is still a part of me, but I feel that since I moved to London, I probably changed a lot in that, in my style. But I'm still not at a place where I know exactly the answers, to be honest. I don't even know if, YouTube is my space. YouTube has changed a lot over the years since I've been on it. I definitely think that I have a place there. I just have to kind of make up my mind to what do I want out of it, you know? Yeah, so I'm sorry, I don't have the answers yet. I'm still a little bit fluctuating, a little bit like back and forth. But what I can say and what I can update you with is my book is definitely moving forward, and I am adamant to finish the book. It is going a bit slow at the moment, I would say the last 2 months, because we've had just a lot of like family stuff, not with my husband or with my son, but just extended family that took us a bit for a loop and has been a little bit challenging to navigate. But now I think it has settled and stabilized, and then of course now summer is here and my parenting duties is in full force, but I still try to create some time to focus and write and, you know, rework this manuscript in my head and then go back. And so it's a little bit of like an ebb and flow, I would say, but I am so happy with this work. I am so thrilled with how I am putting this together, and I think that also because of this work that I've done on the book and what I feel is coming out of it, I probably also feel is a part of, you know, my new change and a new way of teaching and maybe being and sharing for the future. That asana is of course very important to me, but I do also want to you know, deepen the practice and broaden the practice. And actually the harmonium, which is right here behind me, I've been playing a lot. I've been incorporating it into class and just you know, trying to soak up bhakti yoga and the whole idea of love and devotion and what does that mean, and just really, you know, embody what it is that I do and embody who it is that I am. So it is, of course, I'm very privileged. It is, of course, a luxury for me to be able to just take off. I took myself off social media pretty much, and I don't know if I can really afford it. It's a little bit of a risk maybe these days, you know, to not be on social media, especially in what it is that I do. But I've also at the same time felt like YouTube was my form of social media. But I've also questioned what it is that I want to do on YouTube. This platform is amazing. I mean, we're so lucky, and I'm so lucky that I have this platform and that I can just upload and post as much as I want, and it's completely free and, you know, all of that. So I'm so grateful for it. I'm so grateful for you guys too. I just had to like sit back for myself and say, what do I want to do? Just like I'm writing the book, of course, so that you can have it in your hands and you can read it. But I feel like I'm also writing this book for myself. Like I'm writing the book that I want to read. I would have loved if I could like go to the bookstore and have found this book. And I haven't. And I think that's why, you know, I have to write this. Because there's nothing really that is inspiring out there to me. So this is a bit of rambling because I don't really know exactly all of the answers. All that I know is that I just feel the shift within me. And now we've been in London for 4 years, and it's been happening just very gradually over the last 4 years. And I said low battery. And it's all for the better. Like I feel so good. I feel amazing. I don't think I've been so present in the moment ever in my life. I'm just this person that's always been living in the future, and it's all about getting into the future. While now I really don't care. I just want to soak up the moment, and then just allow the moments to take me into the future. So I definitely feel like I have a place here on YouTube. I definitely have a place in my teaching, but I am just trying to define what that is, and how I feel that I can serve in the best way possible. And of course, I would love it if you share with me how you think I could serve in the best way possible. And maybe that will help me also to find, more of the answers. Because you guys, I love you guys, and you guys have been so amazing and such a huge part of my growth. So I don't want to give YouTube up. But I do also want to, I don't know what else. I just want to maybe do it differently, or, yeah, I don't know. But maybe you can help me in the comments and help me sort out my rambling. So I think that's basically my update, and I don't think I said it in the beginning, but thank you so much to Brian for asking me how I'm doing and asking for this update video, even though it was a rambling one. Let me tell you that I've been reading a lot because I don't spend any time on social media anymore. I have so much time. It is crazy how much social media eats up your time. It's ridiculous, and I was just sick of it. I'm sick of scrolling, sick of looking at what other people are doing and all of that. So I was like, I want to read more. So when I was in Norway in June, my good friend Hilde, she gifted me these 3 books. And I would have never, ever read these books had my friend not gifted them to me, even though she was praising them up and down, inside out. They're called The 7 Sisters by Lucinda Riley. Have any one of you read these? This one is The Storm Sister, and this is The Shadow Sister. And there's a 4th book also, which I haven't read, but I'm going to get to that one. These books are amazing. Now, these are thick books. I haven't read this thick of a book since I read Shantaram. And if you haven't read Shantaram, which I recommended to my friend, then you have to read Shantaram. It is an amazing, amazing, amazing story. That was like, it's over a decade ago. So since I became a mom, I never got to read books like this. But the World Cup was last month, and I found myself having a lot of extra time while the boys were watching television. Those football crazy boys. And I got started on The 7 Sisters, and I could not get my eyes off. I sat and I was reading all the time. So it's basically a story that involves some history. It involves, love and some mystery, and it is amazingly written. So I highly recommend them. I've read all 3 now, and I decided the 4th book I'm going to just continue on with in the fall. And now I am reading, I just got started on The Ministry of Utmost Happiness by Arundhati Roy. And Arundhati Roy is an author I've followed ever since she wrote The God of Small Things and won the Booker Prize. I did try to read The God of Small Things, I think like 20 years ago. I couldn't get into it, but I definitely want to try to read that book again. But Arundhati Roy is an author and a person that I really admire. I love her. And now she came up with this one, and I'm a little bit nervous actually, because I really want to like it. And I've just gotten started, and I hope it will be good. I hope it will be good. Have you read it? but I'm going to take this one with me on the plane and read it in New York. So yeah, so we're going to New York tomorrow, spending 2.5 weeks there, and I hope to be able to make a few videos while I'm there, and spend lots of times with our friends and just soak up, excuse me, the New York vibe and see how it is. And I hope I will still like it. I hope I'll still like it. So I will give you a little update, either maybe a vlog or afterwards, we shall see. I'll make no promises, but that is basically it. A little rambling video for me, but all is well. I do think about you guys, and I do want to continue to create content for YouTube. I just need to figure out, you know, what it needs to be in the future, and if you guys can share with me, that will be great. And a lot of the reason is, and it's, I have a lot of subscribers, but I do need more subscribers. I need more people to subscribe. I really do, because like 70% of people who use my videos are not subscribed. And if I don't have more subscribers, I won't be able to sustain it. So I don't know what else to do other than just keep putting out content and hoping that someone subscribes. But then again, that kind of takes time to do this. So I need to find a way where people will feel like it's worth subscribing to my channel, because obviously people don't feel that it's worth subscribing to my channel at this point, even if it's free. So if you have an answer to that, why people aren't subscribing, why it's not worth subscribing to my channel, I would really, really appreciate some thoughts on that, because I am at a loss. I am at a loss, yes. I don't have all the answers, no, but God knows. I keep trying, and I will keep trying till my dying day. All right, I'm getting all these messages now, and I almost don't have any power left, but the sun rays are coming through, so life is good. All right, my lovelies, let me know in the comments how you are. Let me know what you're reading. Let me know what you thought of this update video, and if you got to the end, just to write cheers or I'm your cup of tea. I'm your cup of tea. You are my cup of tea. And with that, have a wonderful, wonderful summer. Mwah.